Hi, I'm Angella Sharpe, and you already know you're watching STL TV. We love to introduce you to new people that are showing us a different way about the world. And I've got Regina Latrice here. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you're an author and an entrepreneur, but the book is in your hands, so I feel like we should talk about this book first. Finishing Touch. What is this book about?
So this book is about my life. It's my true life story. Started at the age of 13. I was in an abusive relationship at the age of 13 until my late 20s. So I wrote a book about my story, just, sharing exactly what happened from that age until I was an adult. And I was married to the guy, and I ended up divorcing him. So it's just my story up until my divorce.
You hear a lot about abuse and domestic violence and that sort of thing in the world, but I rarely think about it in terms of as young as 13.
Right.
So how does that kind of shape you, and how do you get out of that?
So it's a process, because at 13, I really didn't know myself. I'm still a young girl trying to figure out who I am. So not knowing who I was and not having that confidence in myself and who I really was, that's kind of what led me to be in that relationship, because I just was looking for love in all the wrong places. So as you grow and you mature and you have a relationship with God, He will allow you to see yourself through His eyes. And the more you grow and mature and see that things are not, good for you anymore, it's just like you come to a point where you just get tired and you just let it go.
That is very deep and it's very amazing. What are you hoping this book will do for other people that read it?
I'm hoping that this book will bring hope, freedom, let people know that just because you went through something and you've been in something for so long, because I was with them, like I said, from 13 up until my late 20s, that there's still a way out and there's still hope on the other side. And you can love yourself, you are worthy. I want people to know that there is hope, and you don't have to stay in a situation just because you're so used to it and it's comfortable for you.
And I feel like a lot of people, especially women, tend to fall into that, it's comfortable and this is what I know.
Right.
And especially if you're starting as young as 13,
right.
That's all you know.
Right. And we have 3 children. I had my first child when I was 16 years old. So now my children are 18, 17, and 13 years old. So that's really the only man that I ever knew. And I didn't understand what would happen after, if I decided to divorce him, who would want me with 3 kids. I didn't love myself. So I was afraid to do it. But I knew that if I didn't do it, I wouldn't even be alive to even see my kids live.
Wow. I mean, that's a lot. But you're hoping maybe somebody will read this book and can give them a little encouragement and a little strength.
Yes, I want people to know, women and men, that you do not have to be abused. You don't have to stay in that relationship. There is hope outside of that, that there is freedom on the other side, no matter how a person tries to scare you and tell you, you're not gonna be without them. They try to put fear into you, that there is hope in God and that you can get out, and life is so much more beautiful on the other side. I never saw it, but now that I'm out of it, I look at it and I'm like, man, I was really taking that and thinking that was the best life for me, and in all reality, it was not. So,
And you've got a book signing coming up.
Yes, so my book signing will be August 25th at the Speakeasy Cafe. More details will come. If you guys follow me on social media, you'll see the flyer. It'll be out soon. So I hope to see you guys there.
So then that way people can kind of meet you, get their book autographed, and maybe, they'll talk to you a little bit.
Right. You guys can meet me there, or if you guys are in a situation and you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, my social medias, you guys have it posted. You guys can reach out to me on social media, and I will be more than happy to talk to you.
Well, let's kind of talk about what else you're doing in your life, because obviously this book is huge. And how did you even get approached by being able to publish this book?
So I'm an entrepreneur. I also have a clothing boutique called Misfits Clothing Boutique. So I was on the news talking about my boutique, and my publishing company, Forward Books, Larry and Paris Rogers, they saw me on the news and they reached out to me and was asking me, was I interested in, publishing my story inside of a book.
Oh, wow. So they heard your story when you were talking about your clothing line.
Right, because my clothing line was birthed from my divorce and abuse, me not feeling love, me not loving myself, me not just wanting to live and feeling beautiful. So I kind of birthed the clothing boutique through that. So I was talking about my story, talking about the clothes, but also talking about the meaning behind it.
So let's talk about Misfit Boutique. What kind of clothes do you specialize in? Like, how does this work?
So I find pieces that you would normally see. I like to look different. I like to have bold statements, bold pieces that you would look at and say, oh, I wouldn't wear that, but take it and make it beautiful, because ugly things sometimes are, they can be the most beautiful things as well. You can make it beautiful.
Absolutely. Are you wearing anything from your own clothing line today?
Not today.
Oh, man, I was really hoping.
I know, not today.
Not today. But how can people find out about this clothing line? Where can they see what kind of pieces you have?
So go to misfitsclothingboutique.com. You guys can follow me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram as well. Just go on there and shop.
Go on there and shop.
Yes.
So you've got all this ways that you're kind of I guess, rebirthing yourself into kind of a new, stronger woman standpoint. Do you have anything on the future and the horizon for yourself?
Yeah, so I also have a women's group. I do a women's foodie group because I'm a foodie as well. We meet once a month on a Saturday. You guys can follow my page as well. You'll see that. I'm also in financial services. I'm a life insurance agent. And, you know, I'm just hoping to one day just really have, you know, be able to speak more and talk to women and help them to become free, have a women's shelter. I have a lot of things that I hope to do one day soon.
I love that. Well, we have a full page graphic basically on you where people can find you, follow you, and of course get that book. So we're going to put that up right now. Is there anything you want to say while we have this up here? We've got, of course, your name and where they can find the book and all your social media channels. Is there anything else you want people to know?
The book, actually, you can go on Amazon. So if you guys go on Amazon, type in Finishing Touch by Regina Latrice. You can find me there. And like I said, I just want women to know, and men as well, that you don't have to stay in a bad relationship, that there is hope. I am a witness. I have been through so much, broken jaw, a lot of things. It's all in the book. And I am here. I'm a testimony. God has delivered me and freed me, and he will do the same for you. Just make a decision that you no longer want to live that way and that you want to be here to see your kids and you want to live life and give other people hope. So that's what I...
Well, we're very happy that you made it out onto the other side and that you're still here with us. Definitely follow Regina on all our social media channels, and you can check out her book, Finishing Touch, on Amazon. Thank you again so much for being here today. Keep it right here on STL TV and Experience St. Louis. I'll see you next time.